Hello out there folks, hope you're all doing well. So back in November of last year I did my first ever intermediate race in RF2's fantastic race control system from Studio 397, and it really is one of my favourite places for online racing at the moment. The system is just fantastic. Anyway, this was the race. It was at Spa in the IndyCars, and if you want to know how I got on in this race, I will be releasing a full race video and you'll be able to see everything from my perspective. But whilst I was looking at the footage for that, I started looking at some of the stuff that was going on elsewhere on the track and decided to put together a highlight video. And this is it, because as I was viewing different cars, I found out there were some really smashing highlights. So this is the start of the race. We've just come out of the pace lap. We're all off, and it's all going well so far around the first corner. And now we're going down the hill and coming up to Eau Rouge. And as you're about to see, everyone gets through nice and safely, and through Radley-on as well. However, after the Kemmel Straight, things started to get a little bit more difficult, and well, things like this started to happen. So we're on board my car now and we're approaching Les Coombs, and the first thing we see, a little puff of smoke. Oh, now there's parts flying around in the air, and a couple of people there come a cropper, and we've just managed to get through safely. So let's go back and see exactly what happened. So here are the front runners, come up to Les Coombs. Keep an eye on the red car, which is, there we go, just about to smack into the back of the orange and blue car. Lost his front wing, rejoined the track, a little bit precariously, but does carry on, but severely damaged on the front end. Big lack of downforce, as you'll see as he goes wide round this corner. But this driver did carry on and managed to, well, mainly stay out of everyone's way, knowing his car was damaged, and had a few offs whilst he tried to nurse it back to the pit, but no terrible rejoins. And we are definitely going to see some of those. Look how wide he's gone there. We're going to see some terrible rejoins a bit later, but this guy did get back to the pit safely. However, it looked like it was then going to take too long to repair his car, so he retired. So let's go back to the incident at Les Coombs and see what happened to the other cars that were involved in that little altercation. So this time we're looking for the orange and blue car that got taken out by the red car, and there we go. He spun right round, narrowly avoided one black car, hit another black car there, and that's taken two cars out. I don't know if this guy finished, but that looks like game over. So out of all cars involved in the incident, I think this next one made it through best. Keep an eye on the black car there, so it all happens in front of him. He just clips the orange and blue car there, tag on the back wheel, but as he hits the grass, manages to spin it round but without hitting the wall, and rejoins quite safely. And that covers the incidents at Les Coombs. Then a little bit later on during the race, I had this little moment coming onto the Radley-on straight, or the Kemmel Straight rather, after Radley-on, and then these two cars that were hunting me down did a three-wide overtake on me there. The black and orange car and the yellow and red car. And a little bit later on that lap, we had another pretty close call, which is coming up in a moment. So here we are a little bit later on that lap, coming up on double gauche. We're all together still, but keep an eye on the yellow and red car. Just loses it there and spins to the outside of the track. We both get through safely, me and the black and orange car, but that, sadly, I think was game over there for the yellow and red car. Another area which claimed a lot of victims was here at Stavelot. You can see there the blue and orange car just losing it on the outside curbs there, and then spinning it and smashing into the inside wall. He's going to try and rejoin, but well, I think, yeah, after that little tap there, that's time to give up. Stavelot again claiming another victim with this guy here who's already running a bit roughshod there, but then as he comes down to Stavelot, he really wants to set the world on fire with his driving, and certainly does. Probably the biggest smash of the entire race there, I think, and that is most definitely game over, but at least he does keep the car off the track after the crash. Stavelot then claimed yet another victim, and I did mention terrible rejoins earlier. Well, this is one of them. So he's losing it there on the outside curbs, and just look at the tyre marks there. You can see that they suddenly fade away. I wish R-Factor2's graphics engine left tyre marks wherever you leave them on the track, like MS2's does. Anyway, that's just a technical thing, but look at this rejoin. He's spun it round in the middle of the track and then kind of parked it there. You can see there's another car going. Luckily he slowed down. He'd seen him already and got past, but bit of a bad rejoin there. But then he carries on and somehow here, I'm not quite sure how he does it, loses it on the inside there, clatters the inside wall, and then totals the car on the outside wall there. But then that wasn't, as if that wasn't enough, he then lets it reverse onto the track, the fastest part of the track, right in front of the yellow and red car there. So that driver almost took another driver out, but nothing compares to this one. So after a little bit of contact there, just before a rouge, he's stacked it into the wall there. The other cars got away safely. However, this driver's going to persevere, but as you can see, his car is... Oh! And he takes another car out there, nearly. But actually scuppers himself again. Terrible, terrible rejoin. Do not do this. This is just not good. He carries on with an utterly destroyed car. It is crabbing more than Sammy the Crab from the Monty Boosh. It's just look at this, it's all over the place. However, this guy decides he's going to get it back to the pits, whether he gets in anyone else's way or not. So this driver keeps going, still crabbing, and now a volley of cars coming past him there, and luckily he's staying to the outside. But perilly close coming around this last corner here. But it gets worse, because a little bit further along the track, he's crabbing just everywhere. Inside of the track, middle of the track, outside of the track, and this guy here literally nearly runs straight into the back of him. But he just keeps going until, well, the inevitable. So I'm going to just let this little bit of clip here play out because, well, yeah, it doesn't end well for the next guy who's now coming into shot. And there we go, massive smash. He's totally taken the other driver out. And unbelievably, his car was still going. And this guy keeps going till the end of the lap, gets it back to the pits, and then gives up anyway, because obviously it'll take too long to fix the car. But that other chap there in the background, that's his race over. Don't do this. Please don't do this if you're on a server when I'm on it either. Because, yeah, it just won't be good. But anyway, that is the end of the highlights. Now, if you want to see how I got on in that race and all of my little moments, my next video will be the full race video with cockpit and trackside cameras. So I hope you look forward to that. And if you've enjoyed this, please be lovely and hit that subscribe button. And if you really liked it, give us a like, give us a thumbs up as well. That all helps immensely to the upkeep of the channel. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you again for some more sim racing nonsense very soon, and look forward to that race video. All the best!
If you want this channel to survive, do me a favor and hit subscribe. May seem like a small thing to do, but it enables me to make more videos for you. By hitting that button, you can help us thrive. So I just keep this channel alive. Don't cost nothing, don't take no time. Come on now, keep this channel alive.